I'm sorry, parents. I got to come for us today. I got to talk to the parents. You are enabling these children. And when I say children, I'm really speaking of the parents who have adults. I'm not talking about, one through ages 1 through 18. I'm talking about, you have adult children who are having a hard time in the world. That's one thing, and they don't really have the resources or the wherewithal to problem solve because they always run back to you, and you always swoop in with the cape on and you fix it, and you pay it, and you do this and that. You always, and I know you think you're being a good parent. You're being dependable. My kids can always count on me. The problem is they're not kids anymore, and what's happening is you're creating this cycle of enabling, because they're not going to solve anything. They're not going to have, more responsible actions. They're not going to learn the consequences because you keep swooping in and fixing it. And let me say something else to all my Christian parents, my saved parents. I know a lot of us are praying for our adult kids. I want them to come back to the Lord. I want them to learn Jesus. Well, how are they going to do that when they have you? They can't discover their way maker. They can't discover the miracle worker. They can't discover the promise keeper and the provision being, because you are that for them. What do they need God for when they keep running back to you? You are so busy being in the way of their testimony, and you're doing that in lieu of being a good parent. Let me tell you something. The responsibility of a parent is ages 1 through 18. I'm sorry, it is. Food, clothing, shelter, the emotional, the social, whatever. But after, and I'm leaving, I know 18 is a stretch. Let's just say until they're out of the home, college life. That doesn't mean you can't be there. Yeah, but right now, you're supposed to be coaching, and everything that you've taught him in those first 18 years. Let's see if they listen. This is where you sit back and you have to watch. But I know, and I went through this. I have an adult child. I went through this where, you want to swoop in and do this. No, they need to. You have to let them fall. And the problem is, y'all don't want to let them fall. I have girlfriends who actually have beef at home where their partner, their spouse says, hey, no, don't. And you do it anyway. You would rather have beef with your husband to bail out your child. And you'll say, but that's my baby. I'm sorry, Mother Goose. That is not your baby. That is an adult. And just like you had to learn on your own through experience and through falling and bumping your head, they have to do the same thing, and you have to let them. Because what you're doing is you're making these enabled, no good human beings. So then when they get married, they can't be responsible wives and husbands, whatever, because all they know is to run back to mommy and daddy. It's your fault. A lot of these things that are problems and defects in character because they haven't learned strength. See, they haven't learned resources. They haven't learned responsibility because all you do is swoop in and fix it. You have to stop. I know it hurts, but it gets easier over time when you say, hey, I've lived my life. I'm living my life. You have to do the same. And some of y'all's adult children just do the same dumb stuff, and you just keep bailing them out. And when will they learn? They're not, because they have you to keep saving them. You are the problem. You're the problem in your relationship. That's what's causing the rift between you and your man, or you and your wife, because that person wants to say, hey, you got to say no. You have to stand your ground. And here you are, no. And the adult kids know that, right? And there is something to be said about all of us. Nothing against my parents, but I don't have the type of parents that were in a situation financially or whatever to that I could just swoop in and say, fix it, make a call, pay it. I didn't have that. And I'm glad I didn't, because it taught me my own resources. It taught me strength. It taught me not how to run away. It taught me to be responsible. It taught me how to depend on God, and so many times I'm seeing a lot of us parents, you're not doing that. And I'm not saying don't ever help. There's a difference between help and enabling. A lot of y'all's children aren't even in a bind. Sometimes it's a perpetual, just on and on thing. And you let them, oh, I saw this. I hate that when that little thing on the internet. If you have bad times, come home. If you having this, come home. That's all y'all teach y'all kids, is to fall on their butt and come home. You don't teach them, hey, save your money. Hey, do good by people so you can always keep your job. Hey, when you in a marriage, tough it out, work it out. You are teaching these kids to be cowards and runners, and I don't respect it at all. And again, I know it's a teaching thing, but it is ruining these adults that we're supposed to have to be leaders. They can't lead anything, they have you. And you looking real crazy because at what point are you going to enjoy that you have raised adults? Your work is done. You're supposed to be you and your spouse. You're supposed to be in Miami on the beach, laid out somewhere. But no, you so busy. It's my son. It's my daughter. Hey, learn how to not answer the phone. They don't answer the phone every time you call. And a lot of times y'all getting used and juiced. Y'all don't even know when to say, let's put some boundaries. Hey, I will go ahead and loan the money. You're going to pay it back and you're going to sign this contract. Y'all aren't doing any of that. Y'all are babying these adults. And that's why we're having these problems. And we talk ladies, we talk about these men. They can't do this. And they can't do that. I wonder why. Because you're no good mama. I had to. Or the little daddy's girls. Listen, be a good father, be dependable. But at some point, you have to learn the key and the skills to make you a responsible, God fearing adult. Parents, move out the way.